Thank you, Jay. Thank you. I try to be mostly relaxing, and I like most of the sounds to be pleasant.
Shall I ask you? You're not wrapping up, I hope.
I was gonna.
Why? Already?
Oh,
Just got started. I
just
would
got
like to ask your
started.
thoughts on something which you can then
What's that?
incorporate. It's a lot. First of all, do you know who says this? Second of all, your thoughts. It's a lot more fun being 20 in the 70s than 70 in the 20s.
Well, the overall, it's just, it sounds funny, right? It sounds funny. It overall amounts to it's
Because
better
you
to.
weren't around in the 20s, you can only say, wow,
It amounts to saying it's better to be young.
right.
That's all. It's better to be 20 in the 70s than 70 in the 20s or 90 in the
You're
10s.
getting really up to make it.
That's right. But yeah, well, I think the 15 minutes of improvisation is, well, at least improvisation on that particular
Right.
theme. Well, if you'd like to have it back, I guess you
I want to
can.
wait till there's some. How many people are there anyway?
Well, there was one person watching, but they stopped, so it obviously wasn't you. Now they're back again. Is that you? Anyway, I think I'll wrap it up, and if you want, you can start a separate one, because there's nobody here right now. Nobody here right now. No, nobody. Despite the fact that. Anyway, thank you for those who came earlier. It was exciting. So, oh, and now there's suddenly 3 people watching. Now that I'm threatening to stop playing,
And they're all named
and they're all named.
Alex Harry.
So yes, I guess I would like to get to my.
Okay, well, if you can roll for a few more minutes, I'll be right back down. And it might ascertain the other person there if they'd like to be.
Oh well.
And other than that, they might feel like. them. Don't those look funny? They look like they're standing and saying something. Oh, I thought for a moment that they said there was nobody there. Just in time for you to make a yellow. I might wrap up since there's not anybody there. I don't know. I thought you were going a lot longer than that. However, 4 is nice, and getting to 7 or more would be even nicer. 4 is always a good starting point, you know? Yeah, I mean, four likes and somebody just tuned in, so 3 just tuned in, actually. So, welcome. G was playing some music. If you have a song request for him, now's the time before he goes upstairs, and then you have to give the request to me, or we could talk about whatever. And again, I'm sorry if any comments are not showing. I think I forgot to put it on top. I'm gonna just look at these other settings for a moment, because maybe it's just that the site was making some changes, and now automatic transit. Okay, that's all right. Media moderation. I don't know what that would be. Live chat's on. Live chat summary doesn't really need to be on. I've not ever noticed it doing so. Participant mode, anyone. Message delay, none. So, for the most part, I think that's good. And let's see what you guys say. But then, and it's okay to have the shorter ones too, I suppose. Although I did want to say this, because I think I can get rid of this. I did want to say that if Mark and Kelly see this, or Mark and possibly Kelly, it's kind of funny that I was mentioning that in the other stream that when I moved to where I live, which I'm not going to say where, but when I moved to where I live, like super specifically anyway, can you take him up with you, please? Can you let him be up there with you, please? There's some there, there wasn't. Second, there's the back. What's this? Here. I mean, I was up there. Sonny, hey, pay attention. He's like, no, I've already been up there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Anywho, as I was saying, make sure the door's open. You can get there, and then make sure it's closed. Whatever. I was telling somebody about when I moved here. They were asking if I'd met anybody famous, and you can see the answer to that in that one. I wish I could remember what it was called. That stream. Oh, what was it called? You know what? I'm going to look it up on here. It was just a couple days ago, so I can find it. It may not have been a super fancy title, but let's just see. Anyway, and I was mentioning that a famous band was on the plane. And it's ironic because I just came across an old saved image in my device here, and the cover photo is that band. Although this guy's from my hometown in Ontario. I'm not too sure if that's where he saw them or if he came and saw them here. I mean, I went to high school with the guy. At least I think it's the same person. Let me see. I don't think it is, actually. Just somebody with the same kind of common French name. Anyway, yeah, because I don't remember him being on the plane, and that was like not long after high school when I moved, so I would have noticed. But it's kind of funny because I associate that name with then, and pretty close to around that time. And yeah, just a day or two ago I was mentioning it. So I'm going to plug that recent one. That looks cool with the keys, I must say that much. What was it called here? I think it may have been the one that just simply says Jesus Live 2 hours and 4 minutes posted 2 days ago. I think that was the one it was. I do believe. So I might look at a bit more of this, sit and chat, sit and do music, and then, yeah, try and multitask. I don't know if I'd be able to, but I have some things I want to look at and maybe want to scroll live. But at the moment, I've got somebody here, and I want to say that I appreciate that. And if you'd like to chat, we can chat. And hopefully, that's the other thing. I was going to come over here and have the chat open on this device, just in case it's not otherwise showing. Yeah, song requests. Talk about things that you're passionate about. Talk about things that, anything you might want support about. It's not quite bedtime yet. Well, it's actually still quite a bit away, but so we're doing this to kind of, yeah, keep some of that time. But I was streaming just beforehand, so if people don't either kind of stick around or something are coming, I might wrap up. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, I should also put it here because he wouldn't have done that because he doesn't stream very often and he knew he was just going to be playing music. I'm just going to put a little message into the chat here. Yeah, we'll take it up with that. That's true. Uh, um, yeah, I'm just putting a little bit, little blurb there. Okay, there. Boom, boom, and then I think that chat part is actually kind of a new thing to add to the. So earlier I was doing a video. I really hadn't intended to roll again, but like I say, G was rolling, and then I decided just to continue. And I was talking about how I was looking through some saved images on my device, and you left, so whatever. But you may have strongly related, man. I mean, it didn't take me that long to type that, but since I did, I kind of want to, scroll through this, but let's just see for a moment here. I mean, I also really want to do this because we are going to get low on that. Tips on multitasking? Apparently, I need them. But yeah, this, and then I'll bring it up later. I'll bear that because they keep me up last night and help me through it. And then that doesn't work. Okay, so yeah, basically, song requests, things that you're passionate about, things you might need support about as well. But I was also going to add, no, wait, since the person left. Like I said, looking through old images on my device, and some of them were just things I came across while browsing, and you might relate to them in different ways, including you might know, you may or may not know who, and that just be, would be a complete fluke or whatever the word would be. So let's see here. I do actually prefer to see the more than one at a time because it just feels quicker. And I am following for comments on both devices, so if one's being wonky, hopefully the other one shows them. Let's see here. So yeah, I was asking a question in a previous podcast. I still think is a good question, which is, do you have a favorite character in a movie, TV show, or maybe book that you really relate and resonate with, and why? Um, I feel like you need other people's answers to help jog mine. So I haven't been an avid movie person in a while, but I used to be, and I am occasionally. I've not been an avid book reader, and I don't have cable, although I do watch things occasionally on TV. Um, I mean, on you're on cable, but you're watching things on TV. How does that work, right? Thanks for the fifth like. I think that just came in, and I think there was one person, and then three or four others tuned in. So welcome, welcome. What I meant to say is, um, I no, this is what it is. But anyway, 6 likes though. I really appreciate that. I have a feeling I might be familiar with a couple of these people, perhaps. Is I watch things on YouTube as well, just like yourself. You feel free to introduce yourself, and I hope that if you do, your comment shows up. If not, I do appreciate the like. I think I want to keep rolling until we get at least to 7. More is welcome, but 7's a pretty good number that I quite like. We got 3 of you here. And what did it? Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a smaller cube. Oh, here it is. I'm just gonna. How to add something on it too. So yeah, and I'm gonna keep looking through these too because they might be interesting conversation topics too. It looks like I think there was 3 there. It looks like they all left, but one is here and there's a sticker. Like in the airport. I'm sorry. Weird. I'm sorry. What? I don't understand that. But it is kind of ironic because as I was just mentioning, that band that was I was saying to G earlier, it's weird that nobody else seemed to really react to them. I don't know if they just decided to wait until they were at their location or already had, or because it was first class. I'm not really sure. They're fancy free. I'm not really sure why they didn't. I looked them up. I mean, other than that, a lot of the pictures, they only showed like one side of them anyway, and they all had their arms either behind the other person or behind themselves. And it was like, yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, they had long blonde hair, but otherwise they were fairly standard looking, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of famous people, though, like I'm looking, um, it's interesting. I would say Wayne Brady because I'm looking at some things about Who's Line on here from back in the day. Wayne Brady, Matt Fraser, Tyler Henry, because we're similar, because we are talented. So there's a couple of my answers. What about yours? I'm going to at least go until we get 7 likes and until I get to the bottom of the scrolling here. Whichever comes first. Preferably both, actually, would be great. Not to ask for too much. I don't think I am. In the meantime, let's see here. Again, you might be familiar with what I show you or bring up. And it just might be cool. Now, that's the second time okay, so that's in and around where I was looking. What's this? That's not a quote. I don't know why that's in there. I don't know why that. I don't think I intended to. Somebody looking for an apartment. I think it could have been because I like the nice background. It's like a nice light green, like almost like a. Is a mint green a light green or a? Oh, hi, Jackie. Oh, so nice to have you here. But anyway, just reading about that earlier. I remember you were talking about that recently. So nice to have you here. How are you doing today? You got the grandkids with you, or? Well, you finally catch me on a video. How delightful. After seeing so many of yours and all the talk about it. I think you're one of the 6 likes, but yeah. I am pretty tired. It's not bedtime yet, though, so. How was your live streaming today, out of curiosity? Yeah, now you lost me. Do you have any song requests you'd like to hear? I think you said you like all styles. Do you have any favorite songs? Do you have any favorite musical groups? That would be lovely. I don't have a lot of energy or steam in me, but I could certainly do some. So am I everything you thought I would be? You're like, no, you're way more. And then I would ask you to elaborate. And I don't know what the elaboration would be, but you just missed meeting the other person in the home, but eventually you will. Make sure you hit the notification bell and you'll find your way. Maybe you already have, but you'll find your way here fairly often, I'm sure. Got 4 of you here. Nice. This guy is that's another idea other than song topics and stuff. Yeah, and that doesn't matter. Well, it's not that it doesn't matter, but whoops, I almost misclicked something there. But oh, 7 likes. Wow, cool. Was that you, Jackie, or somebody else? I don't look at it as a contest. I look at it as, and I thought I said this on your video recently, but maybe it was somebody else. I look at it as, are we having a nice conversation? Yes. Am I happy with the content that I've put out into it? Do I feel like I've made a difference in some way for somebody? Have I at least gotten a few likes? The more the merrier in some ways, and in the chat. But yeah, it's But the other person in this house started this channel quite a long time ago, and since we've been living together, not even initially, has let me utilize that as well, and just is happy when they do well, and so am I. So yeah, for sure. Who was the 7th liker, by the way? Because I feel like Jackie was the 6th, but I could be wrong. There is 2 people here, so don't be shy. If someone's going to be shy, they might be, but maybe they'll get out of their comfort zone. But yeah, song. Okay, they left. Just kidding. Song request. Topic request. I was just looking at something that made me think of this guy that talks about psychology, and maybe there's a favorite topic in the land of psychology, or maybe there's something that you always wondered but haven't figured out. Like this one. It says, are there advantages to having mental illness? I'm going to say one that I've heard occasionally and agree with, which is, and then I wouldn't mind getting up and stretching and going to the keyboard or whatever. So song requests, like I say, are very welcome. Okay, so 0 knows is what, which is basically that first of all, it's very, very common anyway, but I feel like I need a sip of water. Remember to stay hydrated, folks. I feel like empathy should be an easy thing anyway, but when you have certain struggles, which may be in mental health, I feel like sorry, I keep saying I feel like, but I do feel like it. I feel like you become more empathetic to other people. You're like, I know what that's like. I know what going through that is like. I actually saw a quote recently that said something to the effect of, and I know it's deep, and I don't mean to make a joke of it, but it's in a way not a joke. Even though it was a fun and playful character, and he was riding on a bike, it's in a way not a joke. It's and could be very relatable. It said something that said to the effect of, and I don't know, your grandkids around, Jackie, out of curiosity? I mean, I do believe that we shouldn't, like I don't have much of a filter except for the coffee machine, and I believe that, we should, we can use things as learning moments and do our best to, because the world ain't gonna censor, you know, the people aren't used to being around kids, or they, and you probably get through. I mean, yeah, a lot of times the time, but you get into some interesting conversations, and we have on your videos. But they're not used to being around kids. They don't have any, which kind of go hand in hand, I suppose, or whatever. Like people are gonna be out and about and cuss or talk about certain things, and you might overhear it. So, yeah, basically, what was I saying though? Why was I asking that? What was I going to say? Oh, right. Basically, this post said something about I'm leaving this world, and then shows him going in the other direction and being like, "Oh wait, I can't." And that's I think something that a lot of us relate to, where we sometimes just get so bugged and stressed out and whatever with life that we would like to, and maybe we believe in an afterlife too. But and I've actually kind of talked sort of around this theme before recently, including both should be treated. Which part? Oh, I think I know what you're saying. Sorry about that. I think I know what you're saying when you say that. The ideation or the feeling and the struggle to keep going. Is that what you mean? And if you mean something else, tell me. But yeah, basically, um, but I always say that there's always positive things. There's always beauty in the world too. But when we're in a dark place, it can be hard to see that. This cushion always slides. Actually, it hasn't. I don't know why I'm struggling like that. So I'm glad that you are enjoying being here and enjoying me, and I was pretty sure you would. It's always nice to know someone that you've seen on the other side of the screen and be able to chat with them. So, um, I don't know. Out of curiosity, Jackie, do you ever have any topics to your videos, or is it just rural and your chat's fairly active and you see what people say and you go from there? I sometimes try and have topics, but it varies. It varies. And how much yeah. So I do welcome you now that you found yourself on this channel to also, you know, take some time to, well, you've subscribed hopefully and to browse some of the titles. Sometimes I've been a bit lazy lately and I'm just like, I'll just go with I'm live, but yeah. Um, and some of them still, I wouldn't mind some suggestions for titles. But other than that, um, yeah, other than that, um, I'm curious. Yeah, if you ever have topics, see what people say. Mostly kids. I go from. Oh, you're saying you have mostly kids on your channel? Oh, okay. Like in the comments. I mean, that does happen from time to time, doesn't it? And I think I've noticed that in yours a little bit. But it's the generation we live in, you know. And it's really great. Like wait, I do kind of know, yeah. But there are people that are older than you that are using, social media, and I think that is mostly a good thing because there are certainly lots that are like, I'm never gonna try and learn even the basics, and I'm just not, they stay stuck in their oldness. um, but yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I don't think that should necessarily mean that you don't have specific topics in mind. It's about being a bit more methodical as you are able to be. And I'd be very curious to see you do one of a topic. Like what type of things are you passionate about talking about? If I had to guess, I would probably say recipes, wellness, kind of like me. Um, I don't know if you like movies a lot. I don't know if in the weather for it, well, you're in Texas, that's probably the weather for it most of the year, but gardening perhaps. What other things are you into? TV shows, that kind of stuff. I would like to plug you actually for a moment, if you don't mind, as long as people stay loyal to me as well. Jackie is a really nice lady who I've seen a few streams of. Uh, she's a sweet middle-aged lady who I don't want to come across as rude or offensive, but I almost want to try uh, and what's the word? You're very welcoming. I'll say that much on your channel, and I personally think you have a nice and unique voice. And some people may say the same about me, actually. So, Doctor, that is actually very similar to a name I grew up with in school. There are Q&A stickers sometimes, and every now and then, but rarely. I mean, it just kind of happens. So that I think I know how to say that name, but it's slightly different. I'm thinking of the name Kokove, but that is Kokovakian. Yeah, that rolled off my tongue. I think that's right. What kind of doctor are you, out of curiosity? Movies are for those who are trying to escape them. What is them? Movies can be a escape of reality. I would agree with that. I don't think that it's necessarily bad if it's the right kind of movie. Yeah. And I'd ask you the same question that maybe you weren't here for when I asked it the first time. There's got to be a movie character or a TV character. Right. And then almost on non-binary. Movie character, TV, book, uh, that you resonate and relate with. And I'd be curious who that is for people. Don't mind me. I'm slightly multitasking, but I'm definitely present in the chat here, and I'm appreciating you being here. And I'm glad that I kept rolling. So, after G finished playing piano. And I'm glad that happened early so that, we're not staying up till it could be up early this morning. So, yeah, I mean, it's understandable that sometimes we might want to escape ourselves, right? I would think that almost all of us are like that at times. But, some people are happier with their lives and don't even really have much time to do that, perhaps. I love movies and no escaping for me, just relaxing. There's that too. Yeah. I think it's just here now, but I'm not sure. So, out of curiosity, what does a typical day look like to you? Somebody asked me that recently, actually. Um, like, are you retired or do you have some sort of employment, Jackie? I don't know if Dr. Kavashian is still here. I think I said it differently that time, but anyway. Um, and if he is, I'm guessing he might be a doctor, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he just likes to call himself one, but I don't know. Or herself, or their self. Retired, what kind of work did you do? I want to guess something in like medical or administration. I don't know why, but that you give that vibe. I don't know why with that either, but so you see your grandparent. You see your grandkids hospital. I was kind of right then. I'm not psychic. I do channel. I don't think I mentioned that on your videos before, but I'm not exactly psychic, man. If I was, I would have a lot more answers in life, for mine at least. But it's good to have a heads up either way. I would say. I don't know. I don't know if you reminded me of somebody or what. But anyway, if you have any questions for your sister's soul, I'd be happy to. I'm tired, but I'd be happy to maybe try and channel them for you. The one you were mentioning recently. Other than that, and that for me, that started with my dad about 12 years ago. But it's yeah. Um, and what other hobbies do you have as well? Sorry, I'm wanting to get groceries soon, so I'm working a bit on a list. I'm making space on that device by browsing things. I'm here in chat. That says drinks and snacks, so maybe I'll get some ideas during snack time for those. Just got to put this on my lap for a moment. So I'm just pausing because it's been a very verbal day. I may have said 12. I thought 12 to 15. I was, let's see here, 15. Uh, I was almost 12 when he passed away. I think I've mentioned that to you before, but maybe I haven't or you forgot. And the only reason that I can say that makes sense, and I don't feel like I necessarily got this from him, maybe I did at one point, but I got it from myself, is that I was doing okay. Obviously, when that kind of things happens, it's hard, it's rough, but for the first while, and then with time, it does get easier, but it's never going to be okay and the same. Any of us that have been through losing loved ones will know that. Like it. Even with the inability, which I'm so thankful for, it's kind of like they're still not in the physical. You know, um, it's hard. Yeah, But I must look like I've done something. But anyway, so yeah, basically, so I think the reason why I didn't hear from him, I mean, I was just sorry about this chapstick. If you're curious, chapstick. If you're not, I was watching with G earlier today, and they my dad especially, but reminded us that he's always been there and he always will be. Essentially, it was in one of the recent streams I was talking about some flash visuals I was seeing at the same time in that too. Anyway, I would love to be hearing your voice right now. I'm so happy to see your comments, but and if you'd like me to try and imitate it, I mean, I could. I mean, just to see if I can. Um, you know, because I like it, like I said. But anyway, yeah. So basically, always has been, always will be. Um, and so therefore, it's only that I sensed it in a message form at a time when I was going through a lot and trying to figure some things out. Because before then, I was doing mostly all right with my school days. I enjoyed being in school for the most part, uh, including after high school. And I was doing mostly all right. Yeah, just in general. And with my work that I had at the time, this and that. So it's not like it was an important connection to me, but I didn't need to hear from him at that time. I think, that's what it was. But then when I finally did, it was like, and then when you know, and I didn't have that. I hadn't had, well, by then, no, I think most of them came after that. I think they did. There may have been one or two, or like I knew someone who had three in his family within a couple of years. But yeah, it's interesting to think. I think most of them were after that, and so it was like kind of setting me up to be able to have those sort of kind of connections. Like I said, I'm very thankful for it. Probably got rid of this one. What he said in that visit is what's important is to do what you like and enjoy, what you can do and that you're comfortable with. The world's come a long way in accepting people's differences and challenges. Don't be scared to live life. Things will be okay. Life can be scary. It cannot feel okay sometimes. Even since then, it's I sit here right now and I ask myself, have I done enough with that advice? As close as we could be. Well, not. I lived with him. I lived with both my parents. I was going to say obviously, but I guess some don't. Uh, but I had a lot of youth workers growing up, speaking about that a little earlier, I think in the previous video, somebody wished that they could have the same worker, you know, for years instead of just a few months or whatever. I don't know what the reason was. I mean, sometimes having that kind of thing doesn't last long, but I don't know why. I don't know if it was something that they were doing or what. But yeah, I had a lot, and he said that it gave him time with my mother. But aside from that, I was a handful as a kid. Now I'm a handful as an adult. And so it's not that he didn't love me. It's not that he didn't want to parent me and he didn't want to be in my life. But to be quite honest, a lot of it's vague. Like I remember family reunions. I remember one particular home that we lived at. And I felt like I was probably actually the closest with him then, even though for about a year or two, apparently he was off at university at Fanshawe. But um, because the street that we lived on when he passed away, and I was a child, like I say, I had other kids my age I played with on the street quite often. I mean, I guess I wasn't home all that much. When I was probably doing schoolwork and eating and sleeping and then back out to play, as kids do sometimes, right? Maybe not as much these days, but So, yeah, bit of a long answer, but there you have it. Anything you'd like to ask your sister? I would say that I do feel like we're closer these days, though, because of, well, um, but like I say, I was watching back that video with G earlier, and in it, I said that I felt like it had been at least a year or two. So I mean, maybe there's been little amongst other visits, and it's just like popped in very briefly, but wanted to let me visit with the others because that's important to him as well as he knows it is to me. Um, and then there have been times where I haven't picked up on, him being around. So, but yeah. But sometimes I do sense him thanking my connections for being connected to me, for being friends to me. And it's interesting as I sort of sense that now. So there you have it. Again, I've always had my mother in my life. Just relating to your comment, some people look at it as, you're making it all about you again. But no, I'm just relating to that comment. And that's what talking is about, relating to each other, right? So, like, I've always had my mother in my life. There was a brief period in time just a few years ago where we had a fallout. We kind of reconnected a bit again, and she kind of does know that. And it's actually been fairly decent. It's been fairly decent. This is lighting usually have it today, I guess so. But she, I think, will know how to get home care when she needs it. She may already have it from my step or has had it briefly. Um, and I mean, I don't drive. I don't have a lot of money. To anybody that might be ready to judge me, which wouldn't be you, and we're an hour in, but two other people just tuned in, I will say that she accepts that. She accepts where I'm at in my life and that it may be that way for a while. Maybe even the rest of my life, which I don't know how long that is, But yeah, so um and there is our difficult past with each other. So as much as and I am an only child, I have a half sibling. As much as I feel like, that's kind of what I should do, my responsibility, to be quite honest, I really do feel like she would mostly feel like I don't want to put that on you, even if it most people would say that you should be, because you're not really able to give me that kind of care and attention. I'd rather hire somebody who is, certified as she would probably like to say, in dealing with elderly care, which she's just a little bit older than you, and then let them do that. She'd probably still like to be connected to me. That's something I am quite anxious about. When she gets to that point, and I mean we're not there yet, but it's kind of like that's going to be quite uncomfortable. It reminds me of a song, actually. Maybe I'll just tell you about it and you can let me know what you think about it if you don't already know it next time we talk. Because I am tired. I don't know if I really want to. Basically, it's James Blunt Monsters. And it's about just that. It's a deep song, have the tissues ready, but it's about having a difficult relationship with a parent. And then I'll just sing a little bit now. And you change the genders as you need to. I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just two men saying goodbye. No need to forget. No need to forgive. I know your mistakes and you know mine. So while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. And now you can just close your eyes. It's my turn to chase the monsters away. I don't sing a cappella very often, but I think I said this before. My dad didn't like me as a child. Why do you think that was, by the way? What kind of problems did your dad have that he didn't like you? And again, mine likes you from the other side. I feel like he knows about our connection and he's happy about it. So, again, just want to make sure you know that. Oh, well, thank you. Again, if you have a song request, I can do one more. And if the other person that just tuned in has a song request, I would say give 2 or 3 if you can, just in case I don't like or don't know one of them. But I'm pretty diverse. Did you know that song, by the way? So tomorrow I can watch stuff, but I don't have the device that can stream until the evening. But so maybe I'll catch you live tomorrow. I don't think we're going to do a delivery because it's too on the spot, but I might like to set it for the evening, even though I'd like to be during the day. Because yeah, I'm already out testing, even though we got some of the kettles. This one seems to be in there 3 times. You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah, that's why I'll always be around. That's really all I know of it. Da, 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 da. But yeah, that's all I really know. Then there's first I thought you were saying you are my sunshine. Why didn't I do that song? I just got an idea. Do you know the singer Pink, either of you? And do either of you know why she was in the hospital? On New Year's Eve or near Christmas? This song, I believe, was written during the pandemic. I'm going to get on the instrument because it's been too long. Do you want guitar, or piano, or keyboard? You tell me because I can't decide. My neuropathy and my arthritis isn't too distracting at the moment, although, what do you mean you haven't heard anything? Although my inflammation and tenderness on my sides has been a bit present. But what's this called song? What's this called song? What's this song called? I Am Yoda? It's going to be a cover of Cover Me in Sunshine. You've heard of her, though? You just don't know about her medical thing, or you've never heard of her? It'd be very cool if you have heard of her, but you can be honest. I'm just looking up the song here. Typing with one hand. She does this one with her daughter, actually. Now, where are my socks? Where are my socks? I would like to wear them while I do this, if I may. But that requires knowing where they're at. There's 1, there's 2. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, but you have heard of her. Oh, that's very cool. You are diverse after all. Well, I didn't doubt it really, but okay. So I don't know if you'll know this song then, but I might wrap it up with this one. But I'm really enjoying chatting. I did get the 7 likes though. It's been a while. I mean, that one time, yeah, that's right. That one time we had 10, didn't we? 10 or 12. But some of the ones that are recording that are already posted could use a bit more love on them, just so you know. So if you're bored at any point in time tomorrow, I don't know what time you have your grandkids. When around in the day, morning, lunch, after school. But I know you'll probably do your streaming. Like I say, I'll try to watch. But yeah, otherwise, if you're bored, and I won't be live because, like I said, I've been having device issues, so I can only do that in the evening. But it's definitely lots already posted. Really enjoying having you here, especially since you've been the most active chatter tonight. Okay, cool. But I'm going to come to the piano. Now, I would like you to name a genre for me, please. You're like, why don't you do it in the genre that it is? Well, that's no fun. And you know what? I'll say this, too. Man, I haven't been on the keyboard in a dog's day. I haven't used that phrase in even longer. um, Classical. I should have maybe been a bit more specific. But G plays classical. I'm glad that we did the live stream earlier today. I don't know if I need that or not. I'm glad that we did that he was doing it earlier at the beginning of this because we do have an early morning and sometimes he'll still do it before bed. But I think that he's been in 2 of them, I think, today, and hopefully he's satisfied with that. But he plays a lot of classical. I do not. But why I'm asking is because I have a keyboard here. Oh, right. I have to find the plug for it because we've had Christmas lights plugged in, which means that we've had the other thing not plugged in. Let me see if I can find the cord here. Looks like it's this. Okay, perfect. I don't know what that's attached to. Okay, I see the light on, so that's the good. That's the good. Thanks for the heart. Is that coming from you, Jackie, or who? Anywho, it's a bit dark, but it's bright enough on the screen, so that's the main thing. Anywho, so basically what I sometimes like to do on the keyboard is it's been about a month or 2 since I've been on this thing. I like to something, and I cannot. Anyway, just kidding. I know what the actual words are, but there's different style presets, and I can kind of. I think you're alone, so this won't wake you up. I think you're alone now, but this won't wake you up. You are awake. This won't wake anybody else in your home, I think, because I don't think, other than when the grandkids are there or company or whatever, that there's anybody else in the home, correct? And I don't remember if you have pets, but I think you don't. Anywho, point of the matter being is that I can... You're like, what? I think I know what you're saying, but I don't know for sure. I can use these presets, and it doesn't even have to be the genre of the song, and then do a song with it and kind of make my own version, which I would probably do anyway, but classical is most always instrumental, and I have a song here with lyrics that I want to do. So another genre would be a better choice for the reason I asked for. If you're alone now. I heard the song just the other day. In my heart is the only sign. Boom, boom. I think we're alone now. Be anyone of mine. This is what you say to the grandkids. Children behave. That's what they say. You say when they're together. And what would they say? Going just as fast as we can. Anyway, holding under one another's hand. Trying to give into the night. Anyway, that's kind of a romantic song, I'm just realizing. But oldies of that area, open to song requests. I'd love to do more of them. Speaking about CYWs, I used to have one. She's got to be in her 80s or 90s now, actually. And when we were in her car, they're laughing. Who's laughing? I thought you said the grandkids weren't there right now. When they were when I was in her car, she had a lot of those oldies on. Who's laughing? No, just kidding. Anyway, so another genre would be terrific, please. Oh, I didn't know they were there. I thought, oh, okay, so they stay the nights. Do they live with you? Huh. Yeah, because like I say, you might want to watch. Oh, they do. Okay. Are there parents in their life, if you don't mind me asking? Otherwise, they're quite close to grandma. But you said they'll never tell you about their day. But if you are able to watch with headphones when you're watching me or when they're there, I might recommend it. It's not like I get that wild, but we are, like I say, used to be around kids, either of us in this household, and we have no filter other than the coffee machine. So sometimes things come out of it. But again, you can use them as learning experiences too, right? And they're probably saying, what's a learning experience? Oh, I'm sure they know that, though. It's what you do in school. No, get to bed. You have school in the morning. Right? But I would appreciate the other person that's there, if you haven't liked already, to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And yeah, genre, please. Deep breathing, hydration, moisturize. Genre, please. I have to be right back. I have to blow my nose. If there was someone else there, if they'd see me do it. Actually, I do have another Kleenex in my pocket. I really want more chips after all them chips I had. Yes, you do. Sorry, I had to. No, you didn't. Just kidding. I'm just being silly. Although, are you still there, Jackie? Well, you have heard me at least singing, but hopefully you're still there. If you aren't, I'm thinking that maybe your phone died. Oh, you are here. Okay, good. Good. It's just being inaccurate at the top now. Okay, so genre. That's not classical. And this will probably wrap it up for the night. It's 10 o'clock. Good golly, Miss Molly. Good golly, Miss Molly. Miss Smalley? Sorry. Yeah, that's definitely tender. And I've not ever had something like that with my mouth before. I don't think it's mouth cancer, but I don't know. But it does seem to be getting smaller on the inside of my cheek. And I don't remember biting it. And when I've done that in the past, don't ask me how, or as one person called it, lower lip. Yeah, I don't know. I'm using salt water. I'm going to go take a bit of that now, actually, even though I just put whatchamacallit. Well, you're thinking of a genre that would work with a lyrical song. Where is that thing that is this it? Yeah. You seem to be struggling to think of another genre for some reason. Maybe you're trying to get the grandkids to bed. Because I know you know about more genres than classical. Maybe you're like, I'm still thinking about Motown songs or oldies songs to suggest. Which might have to be tomorrow night. But I mean, you can certainly suggest them, and I can look at them during the day a little bit. Be eager to do them all day, and then, well, yeah, probably a little bit earlier than what it is now. I'll roll tomorrow night. Kids songs, such as, I don't know if the song "Hey Grandkid," I mean, some have remained popular through the ages, probably. I don't know if you know the name Fred Penner from TV, but we have a book of kids songs. Right now, I'm focusing mostly on this song, though. And I don't know if that's in here. I don't think it is. There are, how many presets? How many thingamajigs? 166. But, so there might be something similar to that. But yeah, I'll look at this music book that we have tomorrow and maybe I did recently, but I'll do it again maybe. I can sing snippets maybe, but I'd really like to focus on doing this song and then wrapping it up, putting a bow on it. There's one called The Cool Shuffle, and I'm hearing his music upstairs, so I maybe should select it. For the cool kids. Whoops, what happened there? Do you have any favorite Pink songs out of curiosity or other colors? I've been dreaming of friendly faces, forgot so much time to kill. Just imagine people laughing, I know someday we will. Such as, and even if it's far away, get me through another day. Cover me in sunshine, cover me with good time. This worked really well. I'm going to pause it for a moment. This one worked really well. I'm seeing 100% and some other reactions, but you may be hitting ones you're not meaning to hit, or maybe you're me. I'll continue. I'll say that Pink would forgive that. I've seen her do reviews of watching fans do her music. She's always pretty impressed fairly easily, and I think I even heard her say once or twice in the Glamour channel, get that person a record deal, or wow, they do it better than I do it, than she does it. You know this song. Okay, cool. What other Pink songs do you like? I don't really want to start again, but maybe I will, because I wasn't that far. I've been dreaming. Don't the kids have to get to bed? Friendly faces, got so much time to kill. Just imagine people laughing. I know someday we will. And even if it's far away, get me to another day. Hey. Cover me in sunshine, shower me with good time. Don't you know the world's been spinning since the beginning? Everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine. From a distance, all these mountains are just tiny hills. Wildflowers, they keep living, even when they're standing still. Good message there. I've been missing yesterday, but there's gotta be a better place. Who's she, your granddaughter? Cover me in sunshine, shower me with good time. Tell me that the world's been spinning since the beginning. Everything will be alright. Cover me in sunshine, good time. Tell me that Then it goes la 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 la. Whoops. Okay, I'll take one more song request, pink or otherwise, and then I'm wrapping up for the night, I think. I want to be finished before G gets down here. He's very good. Okay. We could do more music next time, unless something comes to mind. Unless something comes to mind right now, but it looks like you may have left. Very good. Good night, sweetie. I appreciate it. You did not. That's how you sounded it like. Just kidding. Oh, are you still here? Do you have another song request? Drop it up. I haven't done this in so long. I'm kind of getting into it now, but it is. I do have to wrap up soon for the evening. I always like this one. Let me go here for a moment. And then what's the song called? Right, I remember it. Remember. It's really nice to go to bed knowing that someone has appreciated what I've done musically and otherwise. I know that people do, but it's a really nice way to, wrap up the evening with almost, so. There's a whole nother conversation going on in a parallel universe where nothing breaks and nothing hurts. There's a waltz playing frozen in time, raising us a little baby. But look at you, looking at me. I didn't need all of it. To enjoy it. Would you beam me up? Give me a minute. I don't know what I'd say in it. Probably just stare. Happy just to be there. Holding your face. Beam me up. Let me be lighter. I'm tired of being a thing. A minute's enough. Just to keep me up. I don't know why I thought of it right. Blackbird soaring in the sky. Barely your breath to cut one last night. Tell me that you stay in my mind. There are times I get a shivering cold. It only happens when I'm on my own. That's how you tell me I'm not alone. Would you beam me up? Give me a minute. I know what I'd say in it. Probably just stare. Happy just to be there holding your face. Bring me up. Let me be lighter. I'm tired of being a fighter, I think. A minute's enough. Just to keep me up. In my head, I see a baby blue. I hear your voice at night. I'm breaking to, and now there's one of me with you. So when I need you, can you send me a sign? I'll burn a candle and turn off the lights. Pick a star and watch you shine. Oh, we got an 8th light there. Would you bring me up? Even though I kind of fumbled. Give me a minute. I know what it's saying. Probably just stare. Happy just to be there holding your face. Bring me up, B-E-A-M. Let me be lighter. I'm tired of being a fighter, I think. A minute's enough. Bring me up. Just gotta do one more that kind of comes to mind, because that one, I feel like it needs to, this one should follow it to kind of, you know, I don't remember the exact words in it, but you know, that song may have left certain people in a certain headspace, and I don't want to do that. I know what the inspiration is behind this one, and it's in that area as well, but I'm gonna try it. West Philadelphia, born and raised in the summers where most of my days. Chilling out, laxing out, cool with a couple of guys from outside of school. Couple of guys and done to school. Started causing trouble in the neighborhood. The vocals changed, but I haven't had to change the chords at all. I got one little fight. My auntie got scared. She said to move with you on your belly. I was up to the house around 7 or 8. I said, I said, I went to my kingdom. I was finally there. That's how I became the king of the prince of a town called Bel Air. I can understand when the edges are rough and the curtain is tiny, still tough, and you feel so too much. Whoop, tempo. That's the one I was just in, yeah, but it doesn't sound like it. When the edges are rough and they got you like you've done your slivers of fun, and you feel too much, and you don't love. When you know find a way to make the hurt go away, and everyone you know is trying to smooth it over. That's right. Trying to smooth it over. Watch you even flinch or feel a thing. You retreated to your silent corner, decided the fight was over for you. Everyone you know is trying to smooth it over, find a way to make the hurt go away. Because everyone you know is trying to smooth it over. If anyone needs a floor they can fall through, and I won't let you make this great escape. I'm never gonna watch you check out of this place. I'm not gonna lose because the passion and the pain are gonna keep you alive someday. Keep you alive someday. But not if you go with me. And I don't need a bill to make me out. I'm running, but the chapter of my life will soon be done. I don't know how that part goes. But anyway. Oh, hello. That was 3, 4. I don't know if I do that one. 4. Coming down soon? Good. Yes. Very soon, I hope. Indeed. Yes. I'm gonna change this a little bit. Searchlight, you can search in the dark. We are rocket, running up to the stars. Billion of beautiful hearts, and you sold us down the river to bar. What about all the time you hello dancing? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever after? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us? I wanna be solved. What about all the times that you had the answers? What about us? about love? What about her? What about us? You can come and do the piano if you want. I mean the flute. I'm wrapping up in a moment. What about us? Sticks and stones may break these bones, but I'll be ready. Are you ready? It's not the start of us waking up. Come on, are you ready? I'll be ready. I don't want control, I want to let go. Ready? Are you ready? 'Cause now it's time to let them know we are ready. What about us? What about us? What about us? How long is this outro? Not the one I thought it was, but it's kind of cool. So we just did some pink songs at the end of this stream here. It is getting late here. We've done a lot of live streaming today, so we are wrapping up. But a thank you to the 2 people that just tuned in and left before I finished my speech. Or at least it looks like you have. Anyway, you know what to do. If you liked it, subscribe, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, subscribe. And check out the other live streams. We appreciate it. But even though G's going to be playing piano now, that's what we started it with him playing piano. So I finished it with me doing that because we got early mornings. So take care, everybody. Feel free to browse the channel, the live streams and such. And yeah, sorry to leave right as somebody tuned in, but hopefully you like and do all those other lovely things. Take care. Have a good day. I like him. We're not leaving until you are